it's a law of equity involved in signing treaties. And if the equity cannot be meted amongst the most tribes, it's not the treaty to sign. Now, this David Walker wrote this. He was one of the chiefs looking at when the ones who brought servants over, pretending to be house niggas, governing over the people that they captured from the land.
Go ahead.
They take over Big Mama house, erase her name, call it the Big House.
Right.
So when he looking at it, he's like, I don't understand what I'm seeing. Let me put my my appeal to our people into the public domain so we can share this information and see if we can come up with a viable solution so nobody's enslaved over here. This is what this is about.
Man, I'm going to get this. This is like a hot joint.
Mm-hmm.
Walker, Muskogee, Cheta. Yeah, this is what
I got so many books I could just start riddling them off, man.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you already gave. I got just about every book you called out, but on the prior tapes, I got all of them. I'm telling you, over there, I just stack them on the autumn, and I say I'm gonna get to it.
If you look through the pictures, I sent you books from Thomas Sowell. I just wanted to show people some of their works, so they know they doing the work. But do you know how to use it to benefit your people? Everybody don't fight this war the same. And if everybody fought it the same, we would guarantee defeat of ourselves. Right? So the mothers raise their sons. Every mother raised a particular son to go out and fight this beast and unravel the mystery on the land of what was done. The ones who can master the conjure can produce the greatest of the motherfucking elders, the ancestors. I told you, when y'all say conjure me up, I don't just pop up.
Yeah,
I got it. They conjured me up. And it don't take no one lifetime to conjure me up. It takes several generations to conjure me up because there got to be so many tribes involved. If it's a matter that affect all of the tribes, I'm going to be here. They going to call me. I'm going to pop up. All tribes is affected by the legal fiction. Soon as this bank crash, and they going to roll out this fiasco, and this system will be totally done. When this system is totally done, is when our system got to come online. That's a Royal Arc degree for your ass. Fiat Lux, motherfuckers. Right? So you pull the veil off the ignorance by showing them exactly what you're talking about and showing you thinkers. Stop listening to people speculate all the time. The ones that be speculating all the time and stuff, that's dogma. You got to be morally responsible to the self to find the best qualified people to give you the information and then study that shit. See, in different parts of the land, you have tribes set up. Some of them are Rena Indians that the enemy got here that want us to disappear. They want us to stop telling people about us with the oldest culture on earth out of the Americas, and so that they can have all of our birthrights. Ain't nobody getting nothing if we ain't getting what's ours, because we would shut this motherfucker down.
Facts.
We would shut. You don't see it, and you don't realize your power. The people that's watching, they don't realize their power of acknowledging who you are as an individual and tying yourself back to the land by blood right. They know who we are. It's not a secret to them. It's a secret to us. All of our great predecessors, the giants whose shoulders we standing on giving y'all this information, all know they look like us, but they ain't us.
Facts.
And they all know we was already here. And let us know that. Because he can be unapologetically divided as he want to. That's his right as a man. To believe what he want, but just get out the way. Go get your reparations check and let us get our native indigenous rights restored. And then when that's over with, because by taking your reparations check, you disavow your blood right to the land. So go get your reparations check, and you and your apologetically Africans, y'all can go apologetically back to Africa and see how you get treated over there with the rest of the unapologetically Africans that settle Liberia. Because that's the only place you can go and talk and behave the way we do over here and be accepted, because they trick their ass over there too.
Right.
The Liberian movement, the Lone Star State of Africa, just like Texas, them us. America had a colony in Africa, and they got part of the Great Division after they was established as a military might by using us in their military. If it wasn't for us in their military, Black Panther Brigade, everybody think the Black Panther Party is a political party. That's a whole fucking tribe. It's a tribe. It's always been a tribe. They from Mississippi. The ancient Mississippian Panthers became the Black Panther Brigade under General Patton in World War II, and they a warring tribe. They priests, warriors. That's Tupac clan. And they huge. And they can draft people from any other clan. That's why it was so many Panthers. But they got infiltrated by motherfuckers that look like us that ain't us. And then to us that sees it, we want to justify all of the dirt, right? Because we like this nigga. No, I'm not justifying none of that traitor shit. They all got infiltrated by people that look. We didn't get infiltrated by white supremacists and the KKK. If you really think about it, aside from them raids they used to run on our communities as they ritual rites of passage that they was given by the Dirty Moors when they set their ass up, they stayed to themselves, talked they racist shit under their motherfucking sheets in the middle of the goddamn forest 98% of the time. Not until they had somebody to haze in and get to the next level of their initiation did they go raiding communities. Right? So they was under their own vine and fig tree, except periodically they stepped on us because we ain't know who we was. And we ain't know they was set up by some people that look like us. But when you go back and read about secret societies, books that was written in the 1800s, it's prevalently clear that the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan is from the Circle of the Round Table or the Moorish Order out of England and Spain, specifically Barcelona, where the dress code come from. Dragon, Grand Dragon, Great Grand Wizard, them is all terms of mystic positions that's given through the Moorish rites.
Go ahead.
Right? So, I mean, they can call it what they want to call it now. Half them people that's calling themselves KKK probably got more nigga in them than me.
Facts. And that flag that they fly is a Confederate, the Iroquois Confederates. One of the flags they fly.
That's the Great Deception.
Yeah, it's a native flag.
Yeah. Because even though they talk that hate shit, them motherfuckers love our dirty draws.
Yeah.
They love our, but they can't tell us that though.
That's why they was doing deals with Elijah Muhammad, really. Because they was making deals with
J.B. Stoner and Elijah Muhammad came to a don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you agreement.
That's right.
Right? You stay in your lane and I won't run you over and I'll stay out yours.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The European that gave the greatest support to Elijah Muhammad name was J.B. Hunt.
Yeah. Scientology dude.
No, that's our L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, JV Hunt is the one that owned the trucking companies and all that. He was a
Yep,
billionaire. Yeah, yeah,
yep.
yeah. But he connected with L. Ron Hubbard though.
He might have,
Yeah,
because L. Ron Hubbard was set up um as a Scientologist organization
yeah.
in order to protect the interests of pale-skinned people in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
That's what made him make it into a religion. It's not a religion.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a form of ancient psychology. When you read the original books, Dianetics, the rest of that shit they published, except for they got a magazine line that's good as hell too.
Yeah, hey,
But
I saw when I went to Atlanta, I saw a big ass Scientology church, and I was like, man, when I move to Atlanta, I'm gonna go up in there and see what the hell is they really
yeah,
teaching science? They really
they
teaching science? Go ahead.
they teaching mind science.
Okay, all right.
They got different names than other psychologists and psychiatrists, but they teaching mind science. It's all African shamans and indigenous shamans all around the world been using it for thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
What they call getting to the clear, we call, right? We got to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they call this what they call the woke culture. The woke culture is those conscious niggas that wanted to get into the spiritualist movement for a hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Them the motherfuckers in the way right now. Run them niggas over when you see them niggas walk across the street.
Yeah, man.
They in the way.
They're trying to scare. These religious guys, man. They trying to scare us up right now. I'm telling you, you better come on back and you better go and get with the Lord. And they really trying to scare us up right now, man. I'm telling you,
The scare tactics is a control measure. A mexum comes from the root word oxum. Oxum, it means brown skin, woolly. It's talking about our hair and our skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
Oxumi is the group tense of the word, right? A mexum or oxum is the land of the Oxumi, those who have dark skin, woolly hair. And it's not really, it's more going to the Amurukans than it is to the Afrikaans.
Yeah, the Tupac connection. Yeah, with that.
Right. So when you hear them say the Afar Inca mean people. Afar mean the distant land. And the Afar Inca that we called the distant land was over here referred to as the fatherland was Africa, the land of the Absu, the great sun, which was Inky.
Yeah, Inky except the Absu.
Over here, this was called the mother's land, the land of the sun, Tahuti. Mm-hmm. Right? This is the land where the union takes place between the mother line and the father line in order for a redemption process. So all of this tied back to all of those ancient sciences that is still part of mainstream science, but under different names and taught in a way that you have to go through a certain amount of conditioning to learn it. Free thinkers are not allowed to think freely. Thought police. Right? So Oxum, huh?
I said John Rockefeller said he don't need no free thinkers.
Yeah, that's taboo in the system. That's George Orwell's 1984. Right? So what we come to in the linguistics, the dirty Moors tried to make it all seem like it's the same language. It's not the same language. The reason why a lot of the righteous Moors get deceived by it is because they remember some of the stuff that I'm saying in genetic memory. Mm-hmm. Right. See, originally wrote from left to right. Right. But when they begin to conquer, they made us write from right to left in order to activate the left hemisphere to keep us stuck in our logic.
Yeah.
Once you stuck, let's go back to Dianetics, by the way. Once you stuck in logic, right? And there's no room for abstract reasoning to be applied. because you're stuck in logic. Somebody can give you one piece of misinformation, and every calculation you make from that point forward without finding that piece of misinformation causes you to make a miscalculation. Right. And L. Ron Hubbard give the analysis or the analogy in the Dianetics about holding the button down in the microwave on a calculator, trying to get the right answer. You can't hold down the 3, push 6 times 6 and expect to get the right answer. It's not going to come up because there's a fault in the machine.
That's right.
Right. That deliberate monkey wrench he calls an Ingram. An aberration, contagion aberration sweeps through whole communities like the common cold until it's stopped in its tracks by Dianetics, the same as the cold is stopped by something he said. But the understanding of it, now you can try to look for where your calculations are off. As soon as you took sides, that's when your calculations was thrown off.
Right.
Soon as you took sides, all you trying to do is see from another person's perspective. You ain't trying to be indoctrinated. Because when you see, the more people perspectives you can see from how they view the world, the more world views you can incorporate into your analysis.
Yes, I think that's
that's absolutely correct. As of July the 6th is when the blood right was exercised. July the 4th is when the contract concluded. We had 72 hours to respond.
And then November 3rd we responded, and it ended it when we gave the Pope.
It was July. No, that's the discovery doctrine. This is the end of the 200-year contract.
Okay.
July the 4th, 2019. And then we had 72 hours from there, which was July the 6th when I responded, which was 48 hours, which was a whole day earlier. So I gave them early notice.
And so do this connect back with the 4th of July, 1776 connection?
All of that. Yeah. All of that.
Okay. All right.
All of that. That's why it was the bicentennial.
Okay.
I couldn't do it then because I didn't have enough education. I could have did it at that age had we been educated like we was in ancient Kemet.
Yeah.
Or in ancient America in the Teotihuacan. If I'd have been educated like that, I could have solved this by the time I was 6.
Man, you doing a good job right now though, bro. I gotta tell you. Everything happened at its own time, bro. You came right on time to finish the last little part, the last little blind spots. You got them niggas out the blind spot, bro.
Yeah. So the prophecy was given by Edgar Casey that around 2019, great teacher would emerge on the scene. Also, the same prophecy was given by the blind prophet from Russia and Nostradamus.
I think I heard about that one, the blind prophet from Russia.
Right. So it's a couple more. It's a couple more of the prophecies, but that's just 3 of them. And when I read that, I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like they talking about me. And then I was like, oh, you being vain. Right. You. And then I didn't realize a lot of these people was directly talking to me till I read Chancellor Williams' Destruction of Black Civilization.
Oh, yeah. I think I got that book too.
And close to the end of the book, when he's summarizing everything, he said, now we done did it all. We done laid all the pieces out. It's up to you now to put it all back together. I'm like, who this nigga talking to?
I gotta read these books. I gotta read this book. I got that book. I gotta read it.
Man, it was like his voice was projecting outside of the book while I was reading the words. It's like it was crazy. I'm like, this is some high power alchemy right here, as Young Elder would say.
Yeah, that's some shit that like that. But that's good shit. That's good shit.
Yeah. So when we talking about an adept measure, what is an adept? An adept is somebody who's very skilled at something. Right. So what's the skill? To be able to see the movement of the people across the world view, not just the local view. When you see the movement, you know who's who on the planet Earth. Remember that scroll by Baba? It was one of the editions, the Ansar edition. Who's who on the planet Earth. Right. Yeah. Once you can see who's who, you see the movement of the people, you know who belong where. Then you get to finding out how your people operate, then you know why everybody here. Right? That's why I had to explain that because they wouldn't let us in the institutions, we flooded Ellis Island with